How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Right now, it's super hard to get the best cards in the game right now. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, if you haven't spent money on the game and you're free to play, how do you get the best possible team on a budget? Well, this video is just for you. I have 7 of the best cards in the game right now, and I have their budget version that I'm gonna show you guys in this video right here. Like usual, my socials are down below. Let's get in the video. The first card we're gonna be talking about is the X Factor Connor McDavid with gold wheels, 0 ability points to your ability point total on your team, 92 speed. Actually, I believe he gets 93 speed when you upgrade him. He's ridiculous. He's the best card in the game, but I'm gonna give you guys the budget version right here. His budget version is the base Connor McDavid. I know. Listen, this is the most expensive budget card that I have on this list, but it's so hard to replicate McDavid cards in this game. He is the perfect height and weight with the speed and the custom stride and everything. He is the perfect guy to have on your team. It's like he was built in a lab. Now, there is a cheaper version budget card for McDavid, but I would still recommend going for the base card with the slow progression right now in HUT. 85s are going to be on your team for a while, so Connor McDavid's base card will absolutely do the trick. You really don't need the gold wheels, although they would be great. I would recommend saving the 3 million coins that it costs right now to build the X Factor and just get the base one. He's about, let's take a look at the market right now. Last I remember, he was about 170k. Let's take a look. 195. He shot up a little bit. Yeah, 195. I'd imagine this is going to drop a little bit. 190. There you go. So there's a 190 there. So yeah, around 190k. If you have the coins, I'd recommend go buying him. He's going to feel very close to the X Factor version, obviously for a much cheaper price. Now, the true cheap version of Connor McDavid is Luc Robitaille. Same height, a little bit more weight on him. I believe McDavid was 195 pounds. Robitaille is 215. He's got 87 speed and 89 excel, so very quick card for his size is very good. Let's take a look at what he's costing right now on the market. He's costing, okay, yeah, there's 12k, 10k, so about a 10k card for close to the same speed and a good shot and right size. This is probably the actual budget version of Connor McDavid. I still recommend going for his base card, but if you're a very bare bones team right now and you want that substitute for a McDavid, I'd say Luc Robitaille is your option. All right, so let's dive into the hologram icon cards. First up, we got Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux has 87 speed, 88 excel. He's 6'4", 230 with a ridiculous shot. Gold unstoppable force that have no ability points towards the total on your team. He is absolutely ridiculous this game. It's going to be hard to replace him, but there is a card right now that's pretty damn close for super cheap. And that card is Eric Lindros of the Philadelphia Flyers. 6'4", 240, basically the exact same size. Actually, that might be the exact same. Can't fully remember what Lemieux is. 86 speed, 84 excel. So obviously a little bit slower than what Mario is, but you're balling on a budget here. We're gonna try to get you some cards that are very close to these guys, but not the exact stats for you. You lose a little bit of the shot as well, but honestly, this is a card that you can use tight around the net, and the overall the shot, power and actually doesn't really matter. This, I would say, is your replacement for a Mario Lemieux. Now, there is one more card that I would say, if you're using Mario on the wing, this is who he would remind me of, and that's the XP path Patrik Laine. 86 speed, 84 excel with a high shot. Yes, you lose a little bit of speed once again, but he's around the same height and weight. One of the shots that actually competes with Lemieux in this game. Laine is always a card that plays so good in game. So if you are going through your XP path and you don't have Mario Lemieux and you're looking for a budget version, I would take Eric Lindros if you're trying to play him at center, but if you're not, you want to play Mario on the wing, Patrik Laine is a very good option for that. Next up, we have Wayne Gretzky, 90 speed, 90 excel, gold edges. Once again, this card always plays so well in game. 88 faceoffs as well, so you got to keep in mind this guy can win draws as well. So I'm gonna try to find you guys a guy with good draws, good speed. It's gonna be hard to find the shot that Wayne Gretzky has, but we're gonna try our best here. And that card's gonna be Dylan Larkin, around the same size of a player, 90 speed, 89 excel, so almost the exact same speed. You lose a little bit of the shooting and the face-offs, but this is a very similar card. Using both of these cards over the past couple of years, they play very similar. So I'd recommend going for Dylan Larkin. He is a little bit more expensive than some of the budget cards that I will recommend. He is about 51k is his cheapest right here. So if you do have a little bit more coins, you're looking for that Gretzky replacement, I would say Dylan Larkin. Now, there's another guy that is a little bit cheaper than Larkin that plays like Gretzky, but more so for the wing. And that's going to be Matt Duchene, 6'1", 210, 88 speed, 86 excel. He has a worse shot than Larkin, not as good as draws as Larkin. He is a little bit heavier, but does lose some excel points and speed from Larkin. But still, if you're going for a Gretzky and you're really at bare bones of a team, Matt Duchene is absolutely going to be worth it for you guys. Let's take a look at what he is worth on the market right now. Yeah, there he is. 18K, 15K I saw there. So yeah, 50K for Matt Duchene. Once again, if you're trying to replace your Gretzky and you're at the cheapest level you're trying to find, Matt Duchene is going to be your guy for about 15K. Next, we have Scott Niedermayer, 90 speed, 90 excel, gold edges. In my opinion, this is the best defenseman in the game right now. For whatever reason, Niedermayer plays so well in game, and obviously he's got the high speed with the gold edges. Feels so good in game. Now, this card is actually pretty easily replaceable by another icon, actually, that I'll show you guys here in a second. But yeah, Scott Niedermayer, one of the best cards in the game, and I'll show you his replacement right here. That replacement is Sergei Gonchar, 6'2", 210, so he's a little bit bigger than Scott Niedermayer. He has 2 less speed and 3 less excel, which isn't great, obviously, but once again, when you're going for the budget, you can't expect the same speed. But his shooting is actually a lot better than Niedermayer's. If you guys haven't been able to notice, 1 tease from the point works super well this year. Having a defenseman with a high shot and high accuracy, all of a sudden their DDDs go in way more often. So Sergei Gonchar is actually probably more of a threat from the point than Scott Niedermayer is. It's just you're going to lose the one-man breakout aspect of what you have from Scott Niedermayer with his 90 speed and gold edges. So if you guys are, once again, looking for a budget Scott Niedermayer, I would recommend going for Sergei Gonchar. We have a very similar card to Scott Niedermayer here, and it's Bobby Orr, 6 foot 198, 91 speed, 91 excel, so slight 1 speed more than Scott Niedermayer. A little bit better of a shot than Scott Niedermayer as well, but he does have gold wheels, which obviously, once again, 0 points like all these cards are. This card, very, very good. Obviously, once again, he's very similar to Scott Niedermayer. A one-man breakout. When you have the puck on his stick in your own end, you won't have to worry about turning it over. He will be able to fly up and down the ice, no problem. So with that, his replacement is going to be Paul Coffey, 6 foot 205. He has basically the exact same shot, and he only has 2 less speed and excel. Paul Coffey plays incredible in this game. I love him. He's on my second pair right now. He's absolutely incredible. Paul Coffey is always one of those elite defensemen that every year you chase after. Now, for some reason, they don't have him as a hologram, so you get to have him really cheap. I did mention in the Gonchar description as well that these cards you're going to want to build. I wouldn't recommend buying them on the market. They're about 100K. I believe it's cheaper to build them and just keep them untradeable. Eventually, you're going to trade these cards in for, a Scott Niedermayer or Bobby Orr. But yeah, I would still recommend, if it's Bobby Orr you're chasing for, or even Scott Niedermayer, both Paul Coffey and Sergei Gonchar are very good replacements for both. Next card we have here is a Nathan MacKinnon base card, 90 speed, 91 excel, 6 foot 200. Nathan MacKinnon is always a great card in game. He has that custom stride, which really helps him. If you guys haven't known, custom strides are very good with dodging off hits from people for whatever reason. So Nathan MacKinnon, always one of the high-end cards of this game. Let's take a look at what he's going for right now. He is really expensive, obviously. He's going for about, what is that, 200 cheapest? Oh boy. Yeah, 200. He's gotten super, super expensive recently. So if you want a cheaper version of Nathan MacKinnon, this is Mike Gartner will be your replacement. 6 foot 190. He's got 2 less speed, 2 less excel, I think is what he's missing here. Very similar shot, and he plays very, very similar. Just one of those guys you can fly up and down the ice with. Let's take a look at how much Mike Gartner's going for here. He's currently on my bench right now, which I probably should go try to sell him here. He's 10K. So once again, this is one of those cheap cards. These base icons, if you are looking for a replacement card, I really recommend going through all these base icons on the market. They're super cheap and they have really boosted stats. So once again, yeah, Mike Gartner, 6 foot 190, 88 speed, 89 excel. He's gonna be a replacement for Nathan MacKinnon. Keeping things in Colorado, we have Cale Makar, cover athlete with gold edges. Now, this was obviously a free card you were able to choose at the game if you pre-ordered. Now, if you don't have the privilege of having a 92 speed, 6 foot defenseman in Cale Makar, here's his replacement. His replacement is Jamie Drysdale, XP Path player, 90 speed, 88 excel. Basically the exact same size. I believe he's 1 inch less, but and also 2 pounds lighter as well. Similar stats all around the board. Shooting's about the same. But yeah, the speed also up there. He's one of those guys that is a playmaker up and down the ice. He's a one-man breakout like Niedermeyer, like Coffey, like Gonchar. All these defensemen are huge for your team. You don't want to be giving up pucks this year on forechecks because it could cost you, especially with one-timers going in. So Jamie Drysdale is going to help you out a lot. Once again, 90 speed, 88 excel. You are going to have to choose him in your XP path grind that you're going to have to go through. Now, you do get a choice of one of him or Line or the 3 other cards that are there on tier 1 of the XP path. So if you are looking to choose between Line or Drysdale, both are great options and great substitutions for Lemieux for Line and Makar for Jamie Drysdale. Last up, we have Roberto Luongo, 6'3", 217, 86 overall. You don't really look at the stats too often with these goaltenders. It's mainly about the size of these goalies. You can also say the same for a Patty Waugh, for example. Sorry, this is Paul Coffey here. You can probably say the same thing for Patty Waugh. Just honestly with this, there isn't really a cheap option to a goalie. Just find a goalie that is high overall. Sorry, not high overall, high in size, and maybe not the highest in overall, to keep it the cheapest as possible. So I'll show you guys a cheap option of a tall goalie that is a low overall that is really cheap for you guys. And that goalie is going to be Sebastian Costa, 6'6", 80 overall for the Grand Rapid Griffins here in the AHL. Let's take a look at how expensive he is. As an 80 overall, 24k. So yeah, once again, you don't have to necessarily get Kosa. I know Stolarz for the Maple Leafs is really cheap, and he's really good. Pretty much grab any tall goalie, any like 6'4" and above goalie, and they're pretty solid replacements for those icon goalies. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably make an updated version of this later on in the year as the market changes and as more cards get released. It's going to be harder to find those budget cards, and so I'll make sure to keep this updated throughout the year. If you also have any other budget recommendations, please leave it in the comments down below. I'm really open to see if I've missed someone for a good replacement card. And so that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.